Hey y'all, if you're new here, I'm Shayna and I'm reviewing Ready to Love Miami. This is Ready to Get Away. We're already at the Getaway episode, y'all. I feel like the season just got started. Before I get into it, definitely if you've been here before, do me a solid, do me a favor, and hit that subscribe button, like the video, share, and all that good stuff. It will help your girl out. Take a second for y'all, but it helps me a whole bunch. So definitely be sure to hit it if you like this video and you want to do something nice for somebody at the end. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe. So y'all know I've been trying to get over my cold. Just when I thought I was shaking it off, fall started falling. It went from summer yesterday, 80 degrees, to 60 degrees today. So it's going to be hard to shake that thing off with this weather changing this way. But we just going to keep going. We're going to keep going and keep reviewing. And hopefully they will start to show us some of Miami so I can feel like it's summer all over again. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. And we know all the singles are on their way to the getaway. Where they were getting away to, who knows? But they got away. It was nice to see them, with some palm trees and stuff. We used to seeing them. Oh, Lord, is that my ice shaking like that? Ignore. But it was nice to see them with some sunny skies. Last time, we saw them in cabins and stuff. So it was good to see them getting away somewhere warm. So Charisse and Samson are riding together. We know that it's the ladies' turn to eliminate. So if you roll with a guy and he goes home, what do you do? Just hope that somebody takes you back home. What you gonna do? Jamala and Kadian are riding together. I didn't realize they were friends. Mike, Brandy, and Trinika are in the car together. And I thought that was odd because why is Trinika in the back? It caught me off guard that Trinika was riding with them. Girl, ride by yourself. Let them have their alone time, please. Swayze arrives first, and Kayla shows up. And Kayla, this entire episode was giving me Issa Rae vibes. Was it just me? She was really looking like Issa Rae, her confessionals and stuff. I'm okay, with the favoring my fave, Issa, for a little bit. I think the hair, pulled back kind of showed off that she favors Issa a little more for me. In my opinion. So everyone's arriving. Kadian and Swayze are wearing matching outfits. So, they're working there on trying to, get back on good terms. And I've heard their social media, they've been posting each other this entire time. So they're not leaving nothing for suspense. I thought you couldn't, back in my reality show watching days, you couldn't even expose if you were still with the person or not until the season was over. Ready to Love, all that go out the window. They be interviewing, they be doing it all before the season even ends. So they posting videos they're a couple and we supposed to wait until the reunion comes to even find out if y'all together. But I digress. So Trinika said LJ couldn't make it because of work. My first thought is LJ should go home. Before I was really rooting for LJ, and it's not because of that piping hot tea that I got last week from his ex-wife, though that is in the back of my mind. Shout out to V. It's not just that. It's not just that his ex that played a big part of it. His ex sitting up there talking about they had sex last week and she still love him. The flags is on fire, okay? So, and then you turn around this week and you don't show up. What do you think not showing up is going to save you? It did justice? He bought him a couple extra days or whatnot. Why wouldn't you show up? Now you should definitely be showing up because of your ex and her loose lips, or your so-called ex. So him not coming, we know when Tommy comes, he ain't gonna like that. Tommy makes an entrance, and of course he thinks LJ isn't making an effort. He thinks it's a red flag because he didn't attend. And, I would say, hey, people have lives, they have work, but you signed up for this. And if you watch my Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews, we really gave Tiffany a hard time because she took a phone call and got up and walked off because she took a work call. And it's if you're not putting your all into this thing that's supposed to help your marriage, then you're not putting that first. So I guess we got to give the same energy over here. You said you're ready to love, you're trying to find the one. Well, how can you do so if you just going on work trips when y'all supposed to be having an entire, this ain't like a date night, y'all supposed to be having an entire weekend getaway, and you was already on thin ice. You've been at the bottom like about 5 times already. So Mike said everyone showed, because they're ready to love. And I thought, lies. None of y'all, especially the men, I can't think not one of y'all are ready to love. Maybe Swayze, because he's actually with his girl. Maybe. Otherwise, y'all are not ready to love. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all are ready to be on TV. So, again, we know the ladies have the power to eliminate. It's their week. There's a couple gentlemen I feel should go. Let's do a double elimination. So Mike, Katie, and Brandy and Kayla are sitting on the couch chatting, and Mike asks Katie why she only has one connection, and she's like, that's just the way the cookie crumbled, that's just how the cards fell, whatever. So this opens up a can of worms about his love triangle, because his love triangle is there in the flesh. Like, they're sitting there. And of course, Katie likes to stir up the pot, so she gonna do just that. So Katie said Brandy seems like the wife, while Kayla seems like the hot girl in the office, aka the side piece or the jump off, if you will. And Kayla's like, well, why do I seem like the hot girl in the office? And Brandy seemed like the wife. Like, what does that mean? She's, is it because I'm hot and because Brandy's out of shape and fat? And no, it's because he clearly has a stronger connection with Brandy than he does with you. Period. Like, come on, Kayla. Like, that was unnecessary. Brandy didn't say anything. So, let's not. We know Mike is giving off that energy, that fever, that he is clearly leaning in one direction. I mean, he rolled up there with her. So Mike said Katie is a thorn in his side. Yeah, he keeps talking to her. Like, they obviously are friends because they're constantly talking, and she feels free to just say whatever she wants to him. Even I think she will say whatever she wants anyway. But she definitely be saying it to him like they are friends. So stop complaining about her in your confessionals. Katie asked Mike, like, what does he and Kayla have in common? He said he really didn't give it that much time to see. And Kayla said it's a deflection, and he would have been saying something different if they were alone. And Brandy's like, let's not keep doing this alone thing. Like, let's not do this anymore. Like, if he has something to say or whatever, he would say it. Like, if you feel a way, call him out. And if you don't got nothing to say about it, then there it is. And I agree. We're here right now, the three of us. Let's put it all on the table. Let's go ahead. But, Kayla don't want to do that because then she'll lose a connection. And she know that connection with her and Randall ain't strong either. And she wants to stay on the show. Otherwise, nothing else makes sense. Because, girl, ain't nobody here for you. I don't see it for you. I almost wish she would just self-eliminate. And, I get tired of them doing that on these shows. But I wouldn't even be mad at it. But they going to keep her there. So, Kayla says she doesn't think Mike is ready. And Katie was like, ready to love? And she was like, no, ready to be honest. And she gets up and she leaves. And Katie tells Mike, like, you need to stop playing with people. And you do. Like, you're not being honest. At least if you have a connection with Kayla, and I don't see it as anything more than lust. But if that's the case, then you would be honest with Brandy and tell her. But you're not. At least Randall, we know that he has had the same 3 connections the whole time and is eating Jamala up alive. But you, Mike, you playing games, and you need to stop playing games. I mean, for the most part, a lot of people only have one connection. So I feel in this season, it's kind of safe to just have one connection. Where before, if you had one connection, you'd be up out of there. And now I feel like it's pretty much everybody only has one connection. So it's okay. Speaking of Jamala and Randall, they're off talking on the side, and she mentions Kayla. She talks about her room being real nice, and he's like, why are you even bringing that up? Like, she's just acting very insecure. Like, she needs to chill. She needs constant reassurance, and I'm the kind of person I need to be reassured in a relationship as well, but y'all aren't in a relationship. So stop. Like, this is the process. Like, relax. If he's telling you that, it's you, we can all see that you're at least is number 1 out of the 3. This is not helping anything. Like, it would be pushing me away, honestly. So Samson and Brandy are talking. There's a lot of awkward silences. Absolutely no chemistry. Like, I thought I heard a bird from over there, Real Housewives of Atlanta, over there chirping in the back. It just was just nothing. And Samson said he just wants to move forward with Sharice. And good. Because I don't even know why y'all pretended like this was anything to begin with. Swayze and Katie are really affectionate in the kitchen. So, it's like good for them. It was kind of giving me like how Clifton and Joy kind of was on their season at the cabin. I want to like them, but Katie has been hard to like lately. It's hard to like her, so it's like hard to care about them, if that makes sense. And Trinika and her wristband are talking to Randall. Trinika's naturally pretty. And when they're talking, Randall's starting to open up, and he's saying, like, it's always deep with her, like, and it makes him, see her in a new light, like, he really likes the conversation they had. So some people are sitting at the pool. I think it was Samson, Sharice, Kayla, and Randall. And they were just having just some little small talk, and they were, like, asking, like, do you remember your first kiss? Nobody really did or does, apparently. And she was, like, rubbing on Randall's neck. Of course, Jamala appears and storms out that she got to see what's going on with her man. It was giving like Nikki Parker vibes. Like, girl, relax. Like, just, make your presence known, but you don't got to come in so strong. So Kayla and Randall walk off, and they go to Randall's room. Jamala goes around looking for him. She looking in the kitchen, ain't there. She looking in the bathroom, can't be found. Where's Waldo? Like, where are they? Like, we are on a dang on treasure hunt. She goes in his room. She finds him. Whatever belongings she had in his room, she pretends to pick up the one piece of clothing and takes it out. Like, knocks the cameraman out the way, excuse me, and gets her piece of clothing and leaves. And then, of course, Kayla was like, why does she have stuff in here? And it was just very childish. Like, you did not have to do all that to get his attention. Like, it was just uncalled for. Like, you could have pulled him to the side if he felt away afterwards. Like, the way she handled it, like, she excuse me, she might not look 33 in the face. Like, her face, she might be given older, but she's acting a lot younger in this moment. So Samson and Sharice and Katie and Swayze ride the jet skis, and Sharice is nervous about falling off. I fell off a jet ski in Miami. I was on there with my friend because Sharice was like, the weight, she was nervous. And I had the eyelash extensions on. And when I say I fell off and that salt water, that sea salt water, the waves was like, when we, signed the paperwork to get on the jet ski, no waves inside. Them waves was like ripping and running. They was waving, okay? That glue burnt my eyes so bad. Like, I don't even know if I want to get on a jet ski ever again. If I do, I need to be on there by myself, like close to, I don't need to be way out there. Like, I need to be kind of close to, the sand and stuff. So, Trinika FaceTimes LJ while that's going on, and she shows him her sexy swimsuit. It seemed like it was like a thirst trap kind of thing. Like, ooh, like, this what you missing? Like, and y'all know I've been feeling in the past that Trinika was giving a little pick-me. I ain't gonna say she gave pick-me this episode. She didn't give that, but she was giving, like, I'm trying to keep this connection. Like, I'm trying to make it to the end. Like, I'm trying to win the game, basically. She's trying to win the game. Otherwise, like, is there really a connection after what you just saw with his so-called ex? Really? He didn't even bother to come. And then, he's like, ooh, okay, like, but he's not all that interested. Obviously, if he cared that much, he'd be there. So I'm like, okay, you must be trying to keep him in your back pocket so you can try to ride it out and get close to the end. But girl, like, it's obvious. Like, that's not good. Like, you want it to seem like you genuinely just have a connection with somebody. And if you don't, you don't. Like, that's just part of the game. He said he's put work over love before. And like Tommy said, red flag. Like, if you've done it in real life and you're doing it now, you definitely are just not ready to love. Period. You're just not ready to love. So, again, first I was liking LJ. Now I'm seeing the red flags and he can go in my book. Hold on, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Okay, I'm back, y'all. If I sound congested, it's because I am. Moving on. So, Sharice and Samson are sitting there talking. And, he's rubbing her feet, giving her a foot massage, and trying to force some type of small talk. They don't have any chemistry either. And she said that she doesn't think Samson is really opening up to her. I think y'all both can go. Like, first of all, why are y'all here? Like, Sharice could have went honestly before. I don't know if they kept her to stir up some kind of drama, but they are boring. Like, they are boring. They're not giving much. I mean, I guess we need to have like some kind of connections, but no. And he made it clear that, he had this Colombian woman that he loved, and she ain't Colombian, so let him go on with his Colombian love and end it. So Jamala asked Randall if he would help her cook. He said he doesn't want to. He feels a way about, her lack of trust. And Jamala asks if he's upset about what happened earlier. And he's like, I know you insulted my intelligence. I know what you're trying to do. Like, I knew what that little game was that you were trying to play earlier. So, she's like, why am I supposed to be sitting here watching you with these other women? Because you signed up for this. Because this is a dating show. Because you knew he had 2 other connections. That's why. Because grow up. Because take that makeup. I just want to see her with the makeup off. Like, I think she's pretty, and I just want to take it off. Not that so much. I want to just take it off. Take it off. It's okay. But, he like, whatever, girl. Like, he like talking about, I know you and all this. Like, didn't y'all just meet? Or is this relationship y'all been meeting outside of the cameras, and we know they ain't supposed to be doing that, and they do it every season. Then they want to be coming up there talking about what happened behind the scenes. We just care about what happened on the scene, okay? So, Swayze makes a joke while Jamala and Katie are cooking in the kitchen about potentially going home, but he's really low-key nervous because he only has one connection. Like I said earlier, he's not the only one that only has one connection. A lot of the women, Jamala only had one connection. Samson only has one connection. I mean, there's other people, so I don't think they've been letting him go all this time. They might put him in the bottom because now we're, getting low on people, but I don't think they will let him go. I think off the strength of Katie, and they're going to keep him there. So everyone's eating dinner together, and Samson asks everyone, like, why are they ready to love? How did they get to this point of being ready to love in their life? Trinika gave a heartfelt answer about being unsuccessful in love. She was wanting it real bad from 25 to 35. And she was like crying every day for 3 months last year. Now that she's done some self-healing and things like that she's ready. And that was nice. Like, I feel her. I definitely feel her. You want it so bad and it just doesn't happen, and it be given like hopeless. Like, the dating pool is like muddy. Like, it's muddy and thick too. Like, it's like black. But your guy is still not there. He's not there. Like, no matter how nice you are to these men and you accepting them flaws and all, and you being all sensual and seductive, he's not there. She deserves to, besides just winning this game, she deserves to have real love, and it's not there. So Randall was moved and even shed a tear. And he shared that he reached all his goals, all his milestones, like with work and all that. But something is just missing. So that's why he's ready. Brandy says she's never been in love. We've heard her say that before. Swayze said he's scared of it. Mike shares that he's already experienced love, marrying his high school sweetheart. So he got to experience that. Like, he's the guru in this. He's experienced in this. Like, while they all inexperienced and don't have no kids and ain't never even been in love before, he's already found love, and he just wants to find it again. If you were like the guru then why are you divorced? Like, if you are so well knowledgeable and well versed in it, then I feel like you would still be married. But I see what he's saying. Like, you do have the experience, and that's what causes concern. It makes me think that he and Brandy, I mean, they may be compatible, but I think maybe it's the right person, wrong time type of thing, which sometimes I don't be believing in that, because, like, if it's the right person, you're going to make it the right time. But, like, it could be a case of that because y'all are just in 2 stages in life. Like, she's very inexperienced. Like, yes, y'all are closer in age. Like, he didn't like the fact that Kayla was so young. She's a few years older than her, but she's still in her 30s. But she's to be in your mid 30s and you have like no experience, like none. Like, she's never been in love, never been in a real relationship, no kids, no nothing. You've already been married. You have 3 kids. You was with the same person since high school. Like, you have so much experience. You probably went through so much life. Like, you probably bought a house with them, did this and that. You know, you're talking about insurances and all this stuff, and you got to go through. That's a lot for somebody that, I mean, it really does make a difference. Like, I feel like even when I had gotten married when I was very young, like when I was 19, and I had my first child young, and so I feel like when I was dating guys, even when I date men who don't have children, like this, they don't always understand. Like, it's just something about them not have, like, they can try to be like, oh, you know, but I watch my nieces and nephews. It's not the same, and they just don't fully understand. And for her to never even have been in love before, ever, like, they just on 2 different pages, they in 2 different books. I think it's fun right now, but long term, I don't know. But Clifton and Joy just got engaged. Congratulations to them. And Clifton has, 2 children? He was married twice already. He was already married twice. So I was surprised he was even thinking about doing it a 3rd time. She's never been married before, never had children, and they're engaged. So we never know what the outcome will be. Like, I might think, like, okay, you might want somebody, I would think you would want somebody with a little more experience. But if this is your person, they're your person. So for some reason, after everybody's done eating, Randall is going to Mike for advice. Like, was what he said that deep that we going to Mike for advice now? Mike got his own love triangle going on. How he gonna help you with your love square? So Randall was saying that Jamala is fragile and sensitive, and Mike said he been seen that, and he advises him that he needs to reassure her. He does need to reassure her. It's like right message, wrong messenger. For me, personally. Like, I don't know. We don't know how Mike is behind the scenes and off the camera. But, yes, I agree with the message. If that's what he wants, he should reassure her because she obviously needs it. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I'd like to have reassurance as well. But the wrong messenger, like, you not even making sure. You up here giving false hope to Kayla. You not reassuring Brandy in front of Kayla. So, I'm just saying. Everyone goes to bed and Brandy and Mike share a room. So, I mean, we pretty much know what that means. I think they're the only ones because they woke up together. They were very happy, and they're like, oh, this is what you look like when you wake up in the morning. And I'm just wondering if anything got spicy or spunky that night before they woke up that next morning. We may never know. But if they the only ones spending the night together, it looks like I'm not going to say they're the only solid couple because I think Katie and Swayze are pretty solid. That's all I can think of right now is just them 2. Like, we supposed to have 3 couples at the end, and we have not been successful for the last couple seasons with even getting 3 couples. Who would be the 3rd couple? Jamala and Randall got some stuff to figure out. They might be the 3rd couple. But, yeah, they woke up together. They was happy. Tommy shows up. Tommy is ready to deliberate. And he was asking, like, well, who was the guy snoring last night? You know, he's trying to figure out who. They was like, oh, you trying to figure out who shared a room. Brandy came clean and was like, well, yes. You know, Mike was snoring last night. So that's 1 for 1. Which was funny because when Tommy had walked up on the ladies, talking about they looked like they waiting to exhale, sitting there waiting for him, Kayla and Brandy were sitting next to each other talking. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny that they talking and like look like they was low key laughing. So I'm like, okay, are they in on it? Like, let's just keep this love triangle going just to try to like have a storyline to get us to the end. And Kayla already know what's up, but she be looking real hurt for real. She do be looking hurt when he be playing in her face. I will say that she be looking like he telling her one thing behind Brandy's back and doing another in her face. Brandy might want to watch that. And I stumbled upon his Instagram and it looked like he, like attention and stuff. Just saying, not that means anything. I just put that out there. So, Randall still has his 3 connections. Jamala said, like, Randall's the only one. He's her only connection. The ladies don't connect. They don't have any connection with LJ. LJ's at the bottom, but he ain't there. Samson and Swayze. Trinika doesn't want LJ to get eliminated. Why, sis? Why? Is it because what I'm thinking, you need your connection so you want him there? Because nothing else makes sense. Why? He was already at the bottom a million times before. Now, before I was like, why LJ? With that ex alone, talking about they had sex last week, they broke up earlier in the year. We don't know when this was filmed, but it obviously was pretty close in proximity. And then she's still in love with him. If that's not enough to call it quits, like, what will be? Like, I mean, you got to see them together to catch them out and about before you realize, like, LJ ain't it. He didn't even show up. I don't know. So, they get to, everybody's outside and they're about to say who's going to get eliminated. The ladies came to their decision. They're going to let the gentleman know. While Brandy is talking, Tommy steps in. And he's like, I'm going to make the final decision. And I'm like, ooh. So, of course, it's a cliffhanger. It's to be continued. It always happens, especially when they at the getaway. I think, I don't know. Like, they were about to pick one of the two guys that was there. I feel like, y'all let me know what y'all think. But I think Tommy's going to tell them, like, Sam, because they said Samson and Swayze. I think he's going to tell Samson and Swayze, like, y'all are still ready to love. We're going to let y'all stay because y'all showed up. And they're going to tell LJ to leave, or they're going to push out the elimination until next week to give it some time so that LJ has to show up like they did when Justice didn't show up. But they're going to push it out so that way LJ can kick rocks, hopefully. Or they're going to do it when he's there. They're not going to do an elimination when the person's not present. But I know Tommy is definitely feeling the way because we just had this going on with Justice. You already know that it's a problem for Tommy, and you turned around and you did it on the weekend, not the night. At least Justice came to the party and just left early and didn't say nothing, but he showed up. You didn't even come. So, yeah, like Tommy feeling the way. I think he want to say something to his face. Let him know in person, like, you out of here. But y'all let me know. What do y'all think about Brandy and Mike sleeping together, waking up together? Like, they was like, oh, at least this is how you wake up. They probably done spent the night together before. I ain't saying they did anything, but they obviously been getting cozy outside of the cameras, in my personal opinion. What do y'all think about Kayla, like, feeling away? And how do you think about Jamala, like, acting real childish this episode, like, giving very much insecure, like, Issa Rae all through this thing? Let me know what y'all are thinking down in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.